we in society should live life alongside people who experience life quite differently from us. It's so easy to be in a social media bubble or just with your mates or in your work or your context, but the reality is that the world's really diverse. Hi, I'm Jayden. I studied a Bachelor of Commerce at Deakin. I'm in a role where I get to live out the value of deep community that I want to see in my own life. Through the week, I work with an organisation called Baptist World Aid. They're a DFAT accredited humanitarian aid and development organisation, and they're basically, part of Australia's response to global injustice and poverty. I have the privilege of looking after our National Engagement Partnerships team, helping our team engage in national policy advocacy around issues that matter, including foreign aid and development, ensuring that Australians have a chance to be generous and to give and to help their global neighbours. With Servants Community Housing, I have the privilege of being a house manager. Servants Community Housing is a non-profit community housing organisation, and they provide long-term accommodation for people who are at risk of homelessness. My wife and I were consciously aware that there were people around us who were experiencing homelessness. And I guess as we were reflecting on COVID, the phrase that kept coming up in my conversation was, how do you stay at home if you've got nowhere to call home? And around that time, the opportunity came up to move into the house at Servants. So I get to live alongside a bunch of people who, for different reasons, have experienced marginalisation or been excluded from their communities, making sure that people have got the basic building blocks that they need to live a good life. It's pretty different studying commerce and then working in community groups. I think because I like to understand the way that the world works, and so economics for me kind of provided a way for that. And I think Deakin helped me figure out how I can prioritise and help understand what matters to me most. I never would have had that kind of opportunity other than through this kind of work. Heading out of Deakin, I had some amazing opportunities as well to engage with members of Parliament, helping shape MPs' housing strategies. One situation where an MP was in chamber and walked out and gave me a quick call and was like, Jayden, there's a bill being introduced on this housing thing, can you quick help advise? And I think you only build the credibility to be able to speak into those kinds of situations when you live your values alongside building out an academic expertise in the sector. We just screened for the first time a documentary that we've been working on over the last year called Love in the Walls, which tells the stories of a host of our residents and the web of relationships that they hold in the community around them. Every now and then residents will say, when's the next opportunity I have to tell my story? If you've had a story that people in the world around you have refused or been unable to engage with, getting a chance to articulate why your story matters and what someone can learn from it helps understand the value that you hold in your community. The deep teaching on forgiveness and connection that you can provide is really transformative.